Several days later.
I marked off the lines exactly where it's going to be, so that way I can have the area in which I've cut. Now, I'm going to use the grinder here. There we go. I don't want to use the cutoff wheel. There we go. Sound effects. Who knew? Normally what I do is I take my cutoff saw and go ahead and cut this off.
A few moments later.
So here we are, kids. Now this is a little bit more unusual because of the way my cutter is set up. My metal cutter is, I can't get this the way that I want to. So I'm using a wood clamp. I could use a C-clamp, but I'm going to use a wood clamp to hold my metal piece in place while I cut it with the cutting wheel. And here we go. So I got this marked off on here. I lined it up, marked it off, double checked. Unfortunately, you can't really measure with this, but you can get it at the angle that you want. And because I had it on the speedometer, now I can go ahead and do the cut. But I got to be careful of this blade, as they have a tendency of wanting to come out, even though that they are belt driven inside here. So we just got to be careful. And there we are on the first one. Cut it. I'll probably end up it came down at what it was supposed to at first, but then as you can tell it might have gone off, and it always cuts at a weird angle here. So a lot of times what I got to do is either I use the grinding wheel or I got to use the cutoff. I'll do the next one. Get this lined up. Cinch it down. And then turn it on. I could have sworn I saw a chip on this. Yep, I did see a chip on here. Yeah, this one's a little bit better, but we still got to run on across here. And because I'm me, I'm going to end up rounding up the corners on here and such. So, this is a little bit late, but always wear safety glasses when doing something like this. I remove the speedometer, and it looks like what I'm going to have to do is run a 45-degree angle on here. So what we're going to do is we'll do that. Now, I'll put this back in, see if we like that, see if everything comes out. Hey, what do you know? Hunky-dory. Haha. Not bad for eyeballing it, if I do say so myself. So, in case you haven't been following Instagram or some of my other YouTube posts in regards to announcements and such, Michigan is actually going to have its first annual Mackinac City's motorcycle rally. It's going to be the first of, well, it's not going to be the first ever one. I mean, wife and I plan on going. Various other motovloggers plan on going. And this group in which I'm part of on Facebook, I'll list it inside the comments there. Michigan Motorcycle Riders, I think it is. Quite a few people will be going. Starts up on the Friday, ends on a Saturday. Battery's hooked up, so we should be good. And of course, now that everything's on, I think I'm going to disconnect the fuel gauge on there, or figure out which one it's run up through here and go by that. That way I can have two of them on there. I like that.
Several days later.
Took a little bit of time. Let's ensure everything works.